Nia, would you agree?
What are you talking about?
On the there's a new Apple Watch commercial.
Yeah.
It's really unsettling.
Oh, am I back on the podcast?
Yes, come here. So
Giving the people what they want.
that's right. A happier, more sunshiny vibe. So this is Apple
What
Watch.
are you complaining about now?
The Apple Watch commercial. All complaints all the time.
All complaints all the time.
That's
yeah.
right.
Yeah.
So-
Oh, you told me about that. I haven't seen this commercial, but you told me about
Well,
it.
it's this 911 commercial, and this woman's like, "Yeah, I drove my car into a leg. Water's out to my neck." And there's this other guy who's going like, "I busted my leg. I'm in the barn. Just trying to fuck a yak and it bit back.
A yak.
Or whatever. Trying to fuck a pig and his friends came over."
Oh goodness.
And then there was somebody else. I don't know what her deal is. Like, "I'm trying to put this dress on. I can't zip it up." Right? So the guy's laying in the barn after whatever he tried to fuck kicked him in his leg.
Tractor accident. Don't make it seem like people who work on farms sleep with the farm animals. That's not nice.
What do you mean? That happens all the time.
How would you know? Did you grow up on a farm?
Oh my God, you are so tone deaf.
Am I tone deaf or naive? What do you mean? Like,
Why do you think they have farmersonly.com?
it's not.
Why can't,
The
because,
farmers and the cows can hook?
yeah, so nobody knows what they're doing.
No.
So anyways, this guy's laying in the barn. My leg's all busted up. And he goes, "I couldn't reach my phone. I'm calling from my Apple Watch."
You would never tell a 911 dispatcher that. They would be like, "We know. We can see everything on our monitors." Okay.
No, but why would you do a product endorsement?
Yeah, exactly. That's
I
what
just
mean.
sat down and had a Pepsi, and I slipped in my Uggs, and I fell and busted my leg calling you on my Apple Watch.
But so the point is that you can call 911 from your Apple Watch. I bet your regular fucking Timex won't do that, huh?
I know, but you could also call them from your
Your
fucking...
Guess watch, your Swatch watch.
No,
Remember
this
Swatch
is what they're
watches?
doing. They've realized that they put a hat on a hat when they made the fucking Apple Watch, because you already have a clock on your phone and you can already make phone calls on your phone.
A hat on a hat.
Yeah. So they're like, what do we do here?
Yeah.
They have to create this fear that you're going to drive a car into a lake and your phone's going to be like, I don't know, underwater.
Yeah, but you can still call 911
Yeah.
from your.
Well, how come her watch wasn't underwater? She went in like she was on a roller coaster, like, woo! Putting her arms up. Yeah, baby, Thelma and Louise.
Yeah, is the watch like waterproof up to 8 feet or something? Because that's also something that they should consider if it hasn't already been done, which I'm sure it has.
It was all just really convenient. I think that somebody who runs Apple over there demanded that one of their new employees who wanted a better office show loyalty to the company and drive her car, or Prius, into a lake, and then they recorded the whole thing. It's like, but you just can't say that we had this conversation. And if you do that, we will let you sit in Steve Jobs' office, which has remained locked since he's died. You can sit in there for 20 minutes. And she said yes.
And maybe you'll be a fraction of as brilliant as our great leader was. Yes,
Yeah, you can put on his turtleneck, one of his turtleneck sweaters. I'm just saying, I'm calling bullshit.
Okay, yeah. I mean, that's definitely seems a little far fetched.
I had to call 911 because I had the audacity to drive into a lake.
I suppose it's that extra layer of security that you have your phone, you have your watch, you have many things on you where you could call for help if you're ever in peril. So
And all of them are tracking you, and then people don't want to get microchipped.
I still don't understand like Apple tags. Have you seen these?
Are you going to get microchipped, Nia?
Why would I get microchipped?
Exactly.
Willingly. But have you seen these?
What sort of fight are you going to put up? We talking Red Dawn here?
I feel like I would put up a pretty good fight if someone tried to kill me.
Knock it up.
Yeah. Stop, dirtbag. What was that? What would she say?
Don't move, dirtbag.
In Police Academy.
Yeah,
No,
private hooks.
I'm pretty scrappy, and you know I fight dirty too. So I'm kind of like, I'm going for every possible orifice. I'm scratching whatever I can scratch. At the very least, I'm getting some evidence underneath my nails. So
I know, but you'll
know
be
that.
attacking the government, so you'll go to jail.
what do you mean?
They said I read this fucking article, and this fucking nerd is going like, yeah, it's inevitable, so you can't even fight it.
Oh, that they're going to actually force people to be microchipped? Where are people getting this idea that that's actually going to happen?
Because there's some idiots that work for companies that have already done it. And this is what they're going to do. They're going to scare you about your kid, just like the Apple Watch commercial. Like, I drove my kids into a lake. I can't find them.
They had some lady on. I have to look it up. It was years ago that they had some lady on some morning show, and she had voluntarily gotten her and her entire family microchipped for like tracking safety reasons. It's already been done, but it's not like they're forcing you to. It's not like, they're lining you up. And
that's how it, initially, they came out with the vaccine and you didn't have to get it.
Choice.
and now in Australia, I believe they're beating people, aren't they?
Australia is not fucking around.
They're not fucking around. They're not
fucking around. And if you screw it up, that's why they're mad at that tennis player, right? Is that what you were telling me?
They weren't mad at the tennis player. The tennis player was coming in to make him some money, and then they looked the other way, and then all the Australians were like, crikey.
Yeah. Well, like,
wait. That's not nice.
Yeah,
right?
You can't make everybody else do it, and then this person gets an exception.
Exactly.
That's not okay.
Yeah, they're fucking lunatics. They're going to come up and headbutt that guy right in his teeth.
They don't want your fucking virus. They don't want your dogs. They don't want your strange plants or fruits.
That's New Zealand.
I thought Australia was like that too.
I don't know.
You can't bring any different kind of
I think that was New Zealand. Australia didn't give a fuck.
You can't bring any kind of like living thing or whatever into their ecosystem because you might throw the whole shit off balance.
No, Australia doesn't care. You can come in, do whatever you want, and then take a shit on the Great Barrier Reef.
No,
they don't care.
No,
They're all about the money in Australia.
True. I'm sure I
might have that wrong. It's been a while since I've been there.
I think you have it wrong. I think they are very determined to keep their beautiful landscape, and it is beautiful.
The most beautiful beaches I've ever seen in my life.
New Zealand was like magical. No, it's just it's
no, I'm talking Australia.
Australia is amazing too. But I was just saying I liked the waterfalls and the beaches in New Zealand. I thought they were magical.
New Zealand had like the toughest people I've ever seen in my life. The native New Zealanders all look like Hall of Fame linebackers or defensive tackles. Every single one of them was like, would not fuck with that guy, would not fuck with that guy.
Remember when we flew in the airport and everything was like Harry Potter? It was all the dragons and all that stuff in the airport. Do you remember this?
Yeah, because they shot that down there.
Yeah, and
you know why?
And the safety video was like the cast of Lord of the Rings. That's what, not Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings. The cast in the safety video, they had like fucking Elijah Wood. I feel like it was directed by Peter Jackson. Like they just went all in.
Well, because they shot it down there and they don't recognize SAG down there, so they only had to pay the actors once. It was a big fiasco.
Was it?
Oh yeah, like the director of that movie never got paid. They made like $6 billion on paper. It was still not in profit, and he had to sue them. I think he had to keep making Lord of the Rings just so they still needed him so he'd get paid. It was one of the worst things ever. And then as he was suing them, I believe they got bought by another corporation, so he was chasing a ghost, and it was all legal.
Really? This all happened?
Yeah, look it up.
Okay. Damn.
If he only had an Apple Watch, he could have called his lawyer, and he would have been fine.
Even from the middle of the earth, you could have called...
On your Apple Watch.
CAA. Had them come rescue you.
Listen, I've just made the third one. There's $6 billion in profit. I'm calling it my Apple Watch, by the way. I have not had anything beyond a per diem.
I'm calling for my Apple Watch, by the way. By the way,
I got the rose gold one. My wife loves it.
By the way, this was... Oh, this is my retirement gift, by the way.
What is?
The Apple Watch.
The Apple Watch?
Yeah.
I remember when it came out, I was like, that thing is stupid. That is just redundant. I don't need that. I just thought it was, I thought it was kind of like...
I was with someone who kept looking at their watch, and I was like, why does she keep looking at her watch? And I realized she had an Apple Watch, and she was getting text messages on it. So it's like, instead of, pulling out your phone, she was just checking the watch because it kept going off, and she was like tapping on it, I guess.
And then what, you text with one finger?
I have no idea. I don't even wear a watch. What does Def Leopard mean? Like, what is the deaf part?
Deaf is like it's dope, right? No, like a dope leopard. It's like a leopard that's into hip hop.
That's not how they meant it at all. How did they mean it?
I don't know. You'd have to ask them. But I've been listening to them.
You knew the whole backstory of Peter Jackson and his advertisements for the airline and all the drama, but you don't know about Def Leppard. I feel like you would know that more than anything. Like that would be the one thing that you knew, because there's so much you don't know. But I feel like you would know that. That's just so in your wheelhouse to know how.
What am I, fucking Eddie Trunk? I don't know who that. I don't know who
Eddie Trunk is.
Eddie Trunk is all of that historian. He's like a paleontologist of hair metal.
I want people to pay attention to this. There's nothing wrong with dating somebody 10 years older or 10 years younger, but understand you will have moments like this. Well, one person will be like, "I have no idea what you're referring to." Who is Eddie Trunk?
Eddie Trunk exists outside your wheelhouse.
Okay.
I mean, who was I listening to the other day? You freaked out.
Oh my God. Bill was playing Jodeci like it was fucking 94 or something like that. But like, I was obviously so excited, but I was like, are we at a dance at my
Yeah, now if I know who Jodeci is, how do you not know who Eddie Trunk is? I feel like I'm doing more work here.
Really?
Jodeci no, I'm kidding.
Okay. I'm pretty sure Jodeci was more popular than whoever Eddie Trunk is. I don't even know who that is, but I'm willing to bet that Jodeci was more famous than him. Am I right?
Hey, maybe we need to do a versus.
Eddie Trunk.
Eddie Trunk versus Jodeci. The versus nobody wanted to see. Both sides just going, I don't know who that is. But if they had the Apple Watch.
Maybe that's what we need to bring this country together. A random versus of two totally different genres.
I want to pitch myself for an Apple Watch 911 call to my agent.
Oh my God, please do.
I want to do it
right now.
Yeah, and I'm gonna do like that Jussie Smollett dude. I'm gonna create something that happens to me. Oh, sorry. Still a bad topic?
Ooh, still a sore one. That is a sore one.
Do you see Joey Villagomez? Joey Villagomez said, is he the first guy that ever went to jail for kicking his own ass? Nia, come on. We all have a hero fantasy. The man followed through with it. You got to give it up to him. He actually fucking had a plan and he carried it out. Not every movie works, Nia. You can sit.
That's the thing about it. It could have been a short film. He could have made a really deep, well acted, really interesting kind of film about that subject. It could have been a creative exercise.
Well, reality TV is a lot bigger than movies these days, Nia. So he went real.
Yeah, I'm gonna stop talking about it because it's just,
Nia, how did the Jussie Smollett incident affect you?
No, when it first happened, of course,
this is what they're going to do to you, Nia.
I did a little, thing on my stories about it because I felt so awful. But yeah, it's complicated.
This is like you when you have your hit TV show, and okay, we're bringing Nia in. She just said, just once again, we are agreeing to not bring up the Jussie Smollett case. I said, absolutely.
That's going to be in my writer.
Nia, thank you so much for joining us. You look absolutely radiant.
Oh, thank you.
And congratulations on your big new TV show. It's a hit. I saw Apple Watches was advertising on it. You got to get an Apple Watch.
Yeah.
Now, let me ask you this. Just going back, do you plan on faking a hate crime at all? Like a Jussie Smollett? Smollett?
You know what? I'm sorry. I have
Nia Renee Hill storms out of interview.
Yeah, I specifically asked to not be asked about this.
And you had the audacity.
You had the audacity to ask me about it. Yeah, I don't know, man. Are you getting any questions still? Are you still giving people advice? I haven't been on the podcast in so long that I have no idea what's
going
on anymore. Well, so, what's happening? Are people sending in questions?
It's funny, Nia. The same questions you ask about the podcast, you could even be asking about me. We don't even know each other anymore.
I know,
we've had 2 kids. Mm-hmm. We pass each other in the hall.
We're just 2 ships in the night.
2 ships in the night, So we're out here in a Red Roof Inn trying to reconnect. I busted my leg. I was reaching for the Bible. I had my Apple Watch on. I should have just played John 13.
Can you watch things on your Apple Watch like you can watch on your iPhone? Like you watch YouTube and stuff on your Apple Watch?
I don't know. I feel like this is a better commercial for the Apple Watch because we've said Apple Watch a million times. And there's probably, I imagine, some clever person on the internet is going to be like, hey, Jane says, just let you know, he just dedicated her podcast to a fucking Apple Watch.
I feel like they should send us some and we can test them out and then we can give our honest review.
I don't want a fucking watch.
I do. Apple, I do. I would love the band.
You.
What do you call this
fucking
part?
Technology whore.
What is this part called on a watch? What's this?
The band?
The band, yeah. I want a band to be... Can they make a metal band or is it only like plastic?
Well, Nia, if you have a metal band, that's going to drag you under the water when you drive your car into the lake. Because you're texting between your iPhone and your iWatch.
Maybe it's leather. Maybe a nice soft leather.
Does a cow really have to die so you can fucking break your leg in a barn?
Maybe it's a biodegradable plastic. Anyway.
Maybe that's what happened to the farmer. He was killing the cow.
Minty, icy blue is a color that I'm really into right now, so you can send it in that colorway.
I love how you're talking about it this long like you think they're actually going to do it.
Listen, all they can say is no.
All they can say is no.
The worst they
I
can
like
say is
that. I'm going to be Oprah right now. I like that. And that's how we started. And then Nia wrote a book called All They Can Say Is No. Mm-hmm. Nia, how many times, girl, did you hear no?
Wow.
Did
Really?
Did you hear no growing up? And when did you decide? Was it after or before you got your iWatch?
You as the antagonistic talk show host, I feel like, is a character you really should explore.
It's not a character.
Yeah, right.
That's what I'm doing.
That's true.
Hey,
The antagonistic podcast host.
antagonistic podcast host. In sad news, I heard some poor kid died playing hockey.
Yeah, high school.
Yeah.
Very sad.
Somebody's skate hit him in the neck. Now, that happened to Clint Malachuk way back in the day. He was playing goalie, and, people crashed the net. And then goaltenders ended up getting some sort of, I believe, they changed the equipment. So I think this will definitely change the equipment. That happened to a friend of mine in my high school. Mm-hmm. Same thing. Skate went, he had the scar and everything, but it just didn't quite go deep enough for the jugular. Yeah, it happens. It seems like it happens once every fucking 5 million games.
Really?
I mean, the amount of hockey I've watched my whole life, I've only seen it happen once, and it was Clint Malarchuk. It's a freak thing.
So it's a freak accident thing. Yeah.
Well, that brought the whole thing down.
Why did you bring that up?
Because I don't know.
You running out of things to talk about?
No, I talked about Mike Nesmith dying, which really bothered me. 3 of the 4 monkeys are dead. Mickey Dolenz goes, that means I'm next.
That's the logic.
That is the logic. First, it's the people you watch. What's if Betty White just died? The last person on the Mary Tyler Moore show. So literally a show that was putting out new episodes that I was watching when new episodes. The whole fucking cast is dead of natural causes.
Are you having like some sort of like weird like I'm a moral person, like not moral, I'm mortal and I'm gonna die type of thing? Like what's going on right now?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You wait. I'm gonna be in my mid-50s, Nia, and it's just like I remember 15 years ago. It kind of seems like a while ago.
Another example, like your partner is gonna start having like a midlife crisis, and you're gonna be like, "Whoa, man, are you okay over there?"
First of all, you don't have
Nesmith. The skate, it's just like, sheesh.
First of all, you don't have a midlife crisis at 53. 53 times...
Isn't that kind of the middle of your life?
What's 53 times 2?
Well, I mean, yes, no. It's not the middle of your life. But
no, it's not even close. You think I'm going to make 106?
Well, the thing is, I always feel like, let's just say we live to 100. So that's, for me, I'd be like, yes, 50 is mid-age. Like...
All right. Well, I'm going to be 54 in June, so I'm on the other side.
Yeah, you're really...
I'm on like the 13th hole, Nia.
All downhill from here. Well, I'll be there holding your hand, so you can take comfort in that.
Oh, you are going to be the worst. When I'm on my deathbed, you're going to just be like, oh my God, he rang the buzzer again. I never should have given him that iWatch.
Apple Watch.
Apple Watch, whatever.
No, by that time it really will be a chip. And you know what? All you have to do is think about something that you want, and then someone will come tend to you. How about that?
I don't see that existing on my level.
This is what's going to happen when you're old and feeble. I'm not going to put you away. I'm going to put you in a wing of that house that I never go to. I'm just kidding. No, but I'll give you a nurse, and I'll set you up with a comfortable bed.
Of course, you're going to outsource taking care of me when I'm old. That is so you. You're going to get me a fucking old guy nanny. Well, what? You keep fucking... You go down Rodeo Drive looking for some old guy wearing Ed Hardy that you're going to hook up with? Wow.
And I'm just going to have them play movies for you all day, like all your favorite movies and everything like that. Like, so you'll just be sort of laughing and I don't know.
Wait, can we do this now? I would sign up for that the final year of my life. Let's do it.
Yeah, just play all your favorite movies and things and take you out for a little walk. No, of course I'd be there. What are you talking about? I'm going to be feeding you soup and rubbing your feet and all that other stuff.
Okay, now we're past the first 4 days of that. Oh my God, I'm so exhausted of taking care of my old husband. Let's go to oldhusband.net and see what my options are.
For a less old husband.
Oh, I was just saying for like taking care of me. You know what I mean? To try to get the new dumper bed. You can shit in the bed and you can dump them in the tub afterwards. It's a tub. It's a shitter. And then they have like ceiling to floor windows. When you die, the bed just slides towards the window and goes right off the side of the house.
What a great idea. Apple didn't come up with that.
Yet. The Apple bed.
We just gave them the idea, the Apple bed.
There'll be some woman making 911 call on her Apple Watch that her old husband that she married for money was banging her missionary style and just collapsed on her and she can't get him off. I'm laying underneath my rich husband. I think he's dead. His chest hair's in my mouth.
This is bothering me.
I'm calling you from my iWatch.
Not iWatch, Apple Watch.
Why is it the iPhone?
I don't know. What does the I stand for? Wait a minute. Is an I as in me? Like myself? Or
probably.
Internet maybe? Internet phone. Internet.
How about we'll just go with ignorant with the two of us?
I'm sure it's so obvious too.
What is?
What it stands for. Like the I.
Hey, I asked somebody, a sound person one time on a movie, I asked them what ADR stood for and they didn't know. They go, audio. She's like, oh my God, wait a minute. I don't know what the fuck that means.
ADR?
Audio
department repair.
No. For those of you not in the business of
I
show.
was going to say, is this a little too inside baseball?
ADR is after you do a movie, there'll be lines.
Or a TV show.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Or an animated show. Anything where your voice is recorded.
Thank you for making that point so clear. Any other forms of media that you would like to talk about? Super 8 movies, actual film, digital, all mediums in the universe as yet to be created.
But anyway, you have to come back. You have to come back sometimes and re-record your lines for various reasons, like that audio might have not picked up a certain word, or you didn't say something clear enough, or whatever the case. So that's what ADR is. You come back and you go in the studio and they cue it up on a big screen. They cue up where you say your lines and you do them over again. So Bill's Googling alternative.
No.
That's not it?
No, that's...
There we go. Automated dialogue replacement.
Yeah, so it's basically if you're in a scene and you're running down a hall and your shoes are slapping on the floor, they can't hear the line that you said. So then they play it back to you and you're in the booth and they just have the scene going, the murderer's down the hall? No, he's right there. And then when you yelled, oh, fuck, you already started running. So then they beep you and they go, beep, beep, beep. And you have to go, oh, fuck. That was good. Try it again. You're a little late, little sooner. Oh, fuck. No, too quick.
For a perfect example
And you just
of
keep.
this, my pinned tweet, which was the birthday thread for Bill, and the first video on there is him doing ADR at The Simpsons. So you can.
No, I'm not.
Is that not you doing ADR?
No, that's me recording.
That was actually doing the lines. Oh yeah. I guess.
Yeah, and then afterwards, if they had, if for some reason I made like a noise, and it usually doesn't happen in animation.
Yeah, but I did it for FS. No.
No, you know what? They come up with a new line. This is the ADR in animation is they come up with a new line,
Okay.
but the mouth still moves the same. You know what I mean? So then you got to fit it in
To the mouth.
to the mouth. Yeah, they might change a word or whatever.
So what you were doing on The Simpsons was not ADR, but did you have to do ADR for The Simpsons at one point or no?
No,
Okay. All right. So it doesn't exist in
I think I don't.
animated.
Well, because you would never be making unless you made a noise within the room you were recording it.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Automated dialogue replacement.
See?
We've learned something. I bet the Apple Watch. I said it right. The Apple Watch has it. You know. All right. Well, what's his face? The great Andrew Themlis from Beverly Hills has not.
Beverly Hills' own.
Beverly Hills' own Andrew Themlis has not sent me the reads yet.
If I were doing a remake of Less Than Zero, I would cast Andrew Themlis in it in some way, shape, or form. Maybe in the Andrew McCarthy role. Like, don't you see him playing that?
Actually, I do.
Yeah. Andrew playing Andrew. He's laughing at this right now. Like, don't you think, Themlis? I feel like you would be great in something like that. You have the look for it.
You've got the look. All right, I got to pause now because I don't have any advertising or any of your questions. Oh, my God, we already did 43 minutes of babbling on here.
I'd like to think I brought something special to the podcast this episode.
Oh, Jesus. Nia, I don't know how I do this every week without you. You were amazing. You did. It was fun to bounce some ideas off you.
Thank you. Thank you. It's great to be here. Now I'm going to go disappear for another 5 years.
No, you're not.
No, I'll be back.
All right.
We just have to get on the sketch.
You haven't been on the podcast so long, I don't know where my other microphone is.
There you go.
I'll tell you, that's a long time. All right. When we come back, we'll have advertising and questions. All right.